In the deeper work that I do with clients, by far the most common wound that I'm usually helping clients tackle in the work that we do together is the wound of shame. That is the deep struggle about whether we're good enough or not. Usually a fear that we aren't, a fear that we're going to fail, a fear that we'll be rejected. And this is all based on the assumption that we believe we aren't good enough. In our lives, we will encounter struggles of one kind or another, whether we are shamed by other people or whether we experience loss, abandonment, betrayal, or trauma. And any of these can run the risk of making our internal self-critic way too big. The very nature of these experiences make them overwhelming, and as humans, we don't do well with that. We try to make it fit. We do not like the cognitive dissonance of not understanding what is happening and why. And for most of us, we will make it fit in one of two ways. Either we will blame other people or we will shame ourselves. Personality traits at birth, gender, birth order, and environment usually determine which direction we take. Either way, our internal script is affected. And for those who gravitate to shame, they will continue to talk to themselves exactly like the person who shamed them did, or talk to them in ways that are similar to the meanings they attached to those experiences where they felt shamed. Even if their current life experiences are better, even if the person who shamed them isn't in the room, even if the person who shamed them isn't even in their life. There's a lot I could say about the deeper work that I do with clients who are trying to recover from shame, but in this video, I'm going to tell you about a here and now strategy that can help you if shame is activated by current circumstances in your life. Because the bottom line is, if we're carrying shame, we will find all kinds of ways to self-sabotage ourselves. And if we are living with shame and it's hidden from others, the more hidden it is, usually the bigger it gets and the more power it has over us. It's a three-step technique that includes normalizing, precipitating, and benefiting. It can be very helpful to identify how another person who would have walked in the exact same steps as we did would have likely reacted in exactly the same way as we did. We need to fully appreciate and radically accept the precipitating factors and specific stressors that led up to the event or the experience we found ourselves in that can easily explain why we reacted the way we did. We need to identify what we would benefit from moving forward, either the lesson we can take from the situation that happened, or if we found ourselves in a similar experience, what we would do differently than we did before, because that's what we have power and control over by facing forward and not facing backwards. If you find yourself troubled by a situation that you regretted or felt ashamed of, either at work, or with family or friends or with your partner or your children, just consider asking yourself these three questions. How would anybody else have reacted in exactly the same way? What were the factors that actually contributed to the way I reacted? And what am I going to benefit from moving forward, knowing what I know now? Thanks for listening.